Hello and welcome back to Factorio. We are in Exotic Industries. Last time we had set some stuff up, in particular a rocket to go to the moon, which was giving us moonfish. The thing you can do with moonfish, apparently, is you can make science. So let's have a look where we made our last science build. Because I want to take that as a template. Is it here? Yes, here. So I want to take basically this as a template, but I'm only going to take that much. Good. And we're going to use a different recipe. So we're not making Fusion Quantum Age Technology Pack. We are making Space Quantum Age Technology Pack, which needs space data, high energy rocket fuel, and moonfish. Well, we have the moonfish, so I reckon that's a result. I would like to know. That's good. I would like to know what rate this produces science at, because I want to know if I'm in the right ballpark or not. So one of these machines produces 20 per minute, so 3 of them would be 60. Can I put prob mods in this machine? Speed modules and efficiency modules, but not productivity modules. Okay, so it looks like we are doing a beaconed build. So that would be 60 in total. But we obviously need more than 60. Okay, I want to scale it to one of the other builds. So let's look at this one and assume it was running full speed, which it isn't. This would be making 300. I think 300 is what we were scaling things to. Okay, so this is currently making 60 because our beacons are not working. And the beacons are not working because we're not bringing in the nitrogen for the coolant. So let's fix that. Good. All right. Then I'll turn my legs off. This then is the new science pack. Space Quantum Age. We are getting well through the science stack. I'm very pleased with this. I still seem to be moving stupidly fast. Oh, it's because I turned my robots off rather than my legs. That's better. Okay. So this is cross-connected to there. There we go. Very good. Okay, these are nearly working. So let's see what the rate is now. 294, it's got another couple of speed modules to put in. This is going to hit the 300, so this is our build. Now, these require moonfish, high energy rocket fuel, and space data. That is fine. And what kind of quantities are these in? 144. I don't think that's going to be an issue. So I'm just going to bring in 3 requester depots. Good. This is going to be a very similar build to the last one, I guess. Do I want them mixed on that side? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so I would like... They're all quite... So I think the high energy rocket fuel is what we'll put on its own belt. Here it is, high energy rocket fuel. Then this can be moonfish. And the other thing, space data. So this can be the space data. And I keep losing the tech cards. There's space data. Okay. So I guess the next thing is, how do we make high energy rocket fuel? So let's have a look here. High energy rocket fuel uses oxygen difluoride and rocket fuel, and it's made in an advanced centrifuge. Okay, let's double check how much we're going to need. So we're going to need 124 of it to power this full speed. And I would like to know if the high energy rocket fuel is used for anything else. High energy rocket fuel It only has one recipe. And we can burn it in a diesel locomotive. And it's an ingredient Space Quantum Age tech pack, but it's not... Yeah, it's not... Okay, it's not listed anywhere else as an ingredient. So I think I just want to make a... What was it? 120 build. Yeah, a 125 build of high energy rocket fuel. Okay, so I need centrifuges for that. I have one of these. Let's find a cell to make it in. We're starting to run a bit low of space. Okay, let's go up to here. Yeah, as absurd as it sounds, we are starting to fill up our base. I need to go around and remove some of these trees. But there we are. Alright, so assuming this was running at full speed, this would make 9. Okay, that's not going to be sufficient, is it? We are going to have to do a beacon build. And do I want horizontal or vertical beacons? I think I want beacons this way around. So let's grab this. I think this is going to be our template. Alright. And then these are the module 4s. I think we have speed 5s. So I might... Well, I don't need to upgrade it, do I? Because it's already doing 300, which is what we were aiming for. Alright, so this has just the one input. I'm just looking at how far up this can go and still get the full effect bonus. So that's how high we can go. And that's how low we can go. So we can get 8 of these machines in. There we go. We may end up having an issue with the oxygen difluoride though. So if this was working at... Yeah, I think this is possibly the build. And then we're going to have an output belt that goes something like this. This may end up being the wrong build, but we'll go with it for now. Okay. Now, things aren't being very built. The reason for that is this. Okay, so yes, I made another city. I tripped and fell and accidentally stamped down a city. This one we did name. It's called Libria. It's named after the city in Equilibrium. So we'll have to find a name for this one. Answers on a postcard. So I'll get round to why I did that in a moment. I didn't just stamp it down because I like stamping down city blocks. There was method in my madness. Alright. So this is also going to need an input of rocket fuel, of standard rocket fuel. Okay. And we're starting to get towards things that look a bit like standard builds, which I'm pleased about. It means that it's always a good sign. It means the run is starting to become a mature run. Okay, so this is going to be standard rocket fuel. Okay, and then I think we will loop this over and down. Okay, and then we'll need inputs for that. That can go there, I guess. Can it go one further up? Yes, it can. Good. And of course, I've lined this up incorrectly. Okay, let's move that back. And there. Okay. I'm just going to move these to the left and find what this is connected to that it shouldn't have. Connect it back. For those of you who are unsure how I'm doing all this wire stuff, I've got a wire shortcut mod installed. It just lets you cycle between copper, red and green wires on a shortcut. Otherwise you have to carry a stack of them around in your inventory and it's just a bit tedious. Okay, so this would be making 234 and 225 was our target. So this is going to meet our target and we don't even have all the speed mods in yet. So this is going to be sufficient. Okay, we may as well get this started. Put a couple of those in. Alright, so I wanted to talk about why we're building this new city. It's not just a vanity project. The issue I have is that as we progress through the playthrough, more and more of our processes require rocket launches. And so we're doing two types of rocket launch at the moment. We're doing the novice launches and the moon launches. But the novice launches are launching satellites, but we should also be launching exploration satellites. And this should be launching fish, mining satellites, and exploration satellites. So that's already up to 5 rocket launches if I dedicated one to each type of cargo. Probably don't want to dedicate one to each cargo. You'll also have noticed that we can't sustain our rocket parts. We're just not supplying them, manufacturing them fast enough to keep the silos going. And I have... Obviously we improved our rocket part build, but it is bottlenecked on these things, these energy crystals. And so I need a proper module beaconed energy build. I've just stuck some speed 5s into them for now as a sticking plaster. But basically what I'm trying to say is there's an entire production chain needed to get rockets into space. And at the moment that production chain is rubbish. And it's really expensive. So what I'm going to do is dedicate this block purely and entirely to rocket launching production chain. So I'm not going to do smelting here, but everything else we are going to do the production for the rockets and the launching of the rockets within here. So this is going to be our rocket city. So I'm going to need some sci-fi city name where it's a rocket launching sci-fi city. Right, so let's stamp this down. This is the 3x3. Yep, there we are. Okay. So, what is this waiting on? Oh yes, we haven't done the oxygen difluoride. Is it possible we have an oxygen difluoride module somewhere? Not up there. Not here. Are we making it as a side intermediate product thing? No, we don't seem to be. Okay, so I think we're going to have to investigate how this stuff is made. We're going to need a chemical plant, I'm guessing. Is this it? The oxygen difluoride? Yes, it is. Ah, we're making this in a few places, aren't we? I'm trying to think of what the last build was where we did... Oh, we're standing right above it. Okay, this. Alright, so let's see how this ratios out. Okay, so I would need 3 of these machines. So I could do 2 and then some low tier speed modules. Can I do 3? Okay, here we are. Okay, so I don't have the speed module 4s. Actually, let's leave that request for speed module 4s. Okay, and then see if I can put in a request for speed module 5s. There are none on the way and none in storage. Okay, so this build is overbuilt from what I can tell. If I had this many, that would still be 240. So I could lose this and this. That means I can put that there. That's now sufficient. Oh, well, in that case, I think we can put this back. There we go. And this should work. Right, let's turn that round. And then pipes. And do I want to loop over or under? I think it's going to be better to loop over in this case. It's really brilliant watching all these fast construction drones flying. I have another couple of rounds of bot speed we can do, which just kind of blows my mind. There we are. That's that piping done. So this needs oxygen. Is that something we can finagle? It is. Okay, so this would be oxygen. And then so this requires fluorite and sand. Let's look down here at how it's done. Okay. So I'm going to need to find out how much fluorite and sand. So I need 312 fluorite. One of these would make 37. Okay, so maybe I'm beginning to think the fluorite and sand need to be made over here. Alright, let's do that. This poor spider, its inventory is very full. Let's take these, set the logistics for yellow belt down to 0. For yellow splitters to 0. For yellow undergrounds to 0. And what else do we have in here that's junk? I think everything else it actively uses. Loaders to 0. Alright. So I think we're going to need one of these. Make sure it's within beacon range. Okay, so how does this go for speed? 0.6. Can we upgrade this to a Neo machine? 0.143. This can take prop mods. Okay, that's good. Not that prop mods are really the issue here. Okay, and another speed 1. The speed 1s are just really useful, aren't they? Okay, so that's definitely sufficient. Yep. Okay, and then what else does this need? Sand. So I can get a crusher. And set this recipe to sand. I can either do it from stone or faulty semiconductors. We're going to do it from stone. Okay, that's fine. So this has a quarter extra on what it needs. However, to power this, how many stone quarries will we need? 17 more. Well, that's not great. 8 more. Okay, we may be able to do this with speed modules. Let's see. Alright. So this requires 624 to run at full speed. This produces 66. So still 10. That's, yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm just pacing them down for now. I don't have to run the crusher at absolutely full speed, but it does have to be run at a reasonable speed. Okay. Alright, so if I move this, then this pipe can come out that way, and it's just dirty water, so that's straightforward. There. So that's sorted. Alright, can we move this build at all? No, our these items here totally need all the space they can get. Okay, let's try once more. I may have to just find a different way to do the sand. They're not even now catching the... they'd have to be there to catch the beacon. This is frustrating. Okay, so I'm just wondering about filling the whole surrounding area with so we're still 4 down, but we haven't got modules in all of these. That might be enough. Let's start cabling it up. Okay. So then I think we're going to need to input this with a loader. That obviously doesn't quite work. Let's take this back 1. Okay. So we'll make one of these exit far and one near. And we'll adjust the drop offset for that. Okay. Okay, and then these need powering somehow. This is turning into such a mess. Actually, I'm going to power this with cables. So, okay, we are getting somewhere. So then, if we had a blue underground, oh, the spaghetti is strong. Okay, then we can do a loader. This can use a stack inserter. Do I have any stack inserters? I use them so rarely. Okay. We're out of researchers, which is pretty amazing. These are all with the new tech, which we haven't unlocked. Well, which isn't running, sorry. Ooh, watch satellite. Okay. Then Uran planet exploration, Sun exploration, gas giant exploration, Mars exploration, sulfuric planet exploration. All right, let's just do a bunch of things. We have fusion drive. I like the idea of fusion drive. I like worker robot cargo size, lab research. I have personal solar panel 3s. They look good. They might be an option for spiders. Then we have a bunch of infinite research or personal upgrades. I'm going to do a robot speed. Although it's 11k, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm sticking to things which are yellow for now because we clearly have not got this tech up and running reliably yet. What else can I do? I'm tempted to do an artillery, but I haven't upgraded our defences all the way around yet, so that could lead to complications. All right, how are we doing for speed? We are still under. Okay, I think the solution for that is a modules upgrade. This is such a nasty, hacky build. Yeah, this is just a build to make things work. We are going to have to do things differently for the real endgame build. Okay, this is producing 1,000 per minute, which clearly is a lot. We don't use quite all of it. I think we use about 1,000 of it. It generates 1,248. But we have to get the material out, don't we? Okay. That can move up, which gives us a tile. Okay, this can move up. Okay, that's got the sand in. This needs to output into the underground. Does this have everything? It does. It's running. It's running! We're making high energy rockets fuel. That is just freaky. Wow. Let's just double check on our power use. We are pushing the 2 gigawatts we are making. Let's follow this. Follow the truck. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, down we go. Down we go. Come on, where did I really build it this far away? Follow the truck. Oh, this way. I think he saw me. Okay, so the rocket fuel has gone in. The only thing we don't have is moonfish. Because I set the request to fish. Okay, I should have set the request to moonfish. And... ooh, definitely want to cap this. Let's do 2 rows. It's so weird doing these things and not being able to use productivity modules. Yeah. So anyway, once this is running, we are clearly up against it for power generation. Now I have the possibility of throwing down a third of these power modules, which I think I'm going to do. Just because it seems like a sensible use of my time. Let's take that. Don't want to snap to grid. I do want it with tiles. Okay, can I even build one of these? No, because I've put things in here. Okay, first thing, take all of that and put it here. Take all of this away. Then I want to restamp these, and then this is my blueprint with floor for a reactor. Stamp it down, and then we'll need to stamp it a second time. So that should fix, at least in the short term, that should fix our power issue. But then I think we need to transition to fusion power. So if I look here, we have a bunch of new things. We have a neutron collector, neutron activator, thermonuclear fusion reactor, a liquid heat exchanger, a high capacity turbine. So that they all look like entertainment. We're going to have a look at those probably next time. Right, this is producing Space Quantum Age Technology Pack. So we have done a thing. This is getting put in a lab. It will get put in a lab. I love riding trucks like this. It's just so much fun. Where are the labs? God, this base has got massive. Okay, so this thing now has all of these. Quantum Age Tech is the one we are missing. It's this one, which has always been a problem. And it's a problem because of these energy crystals. And yeah, I just don't have a good solution for how to improve the energy crystals at the moment. So I'm going to put a to-do on here. I can't type today. Let's try again. Beaconed energy crystals. Okay, space quantum science we can do. Better ammo we've done. Okay, lots of other things we haven't done. And lastly, let's go to the map. This is getting built out quite nicely. I think we can start building in some production cells. And then I think we can, whoops. Yeah, I think we can also stamp down some more of these landfill cells to fill in missing missing roboports. Good. These are the ones that really matter though, because these are the ones that let us build out the remaining they let us build the remaining landfill. Alright, so that's where I'm going to leave it, I think. We have managed to make a new tech pack. No research is happening because we are out of Quantum Age. We're out of Quantum Age because of those high energy crystals, so we're going to make a proper high energy crystal build next time. But until then, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.